Hey boat builders, we are standing, well I am standing, outside of our brand new house. Yep, we just bought a house. It's a townhouse. As you can see, there are rows and rows next to each other. And we're gonna give you guys our empty house tour. So I'm gonna go in, see what Meshach's up to, and start this tour.
Hello. Welcome to the home. This is our living room slash dining room area. We're actually only going to be using it as our living room space. So you can get pretty much a feel for what is in this room. Just the front door, which you came in to. We have a closet that has some great storage space. We can put things up there. We can hang things along the back there if we'd like. This is going to be kind of our broom closet slash coat closet.
One of many fire extinguishers.
When company comes over. As you heard, the door is a little sticky, so we're probably going to have to make some minor adjustments there just to make sure that it opens and closes a lot smoother than it currently is. And we've actually found that most of the doors in here do that. Then you'll see here, nice separation on the floor. And then we are in our kitchen space.
Which is currently very messy because we're getting ready to get some work done.
Yes. But as you can see here, we have a really nice stainless steel refrigerator, KitchenAid, relatively new, nothing fancy about that. Has, you know, all the nifty, great features that these not smart refrigerators, but newer refrigerators have.
Water, ice, French door pull, produce, and freezer at the bottom.
Then you'll also notice right there, that is the door to take us out through the back and also down to the basement. But before we get into that, this is the kitchen. So pretty spacious, can turn around in here without hitting anything. We have here a little island, multiple outlets around the room, which is great. We have our electric panel up here on the side. And then if you come in a little closer, you can see some of the appliances that we have. So this is the first time that I'm actually living someplace that has a dishwasher. So that is a bit new for me. But again, we have a relatively new dishwasher. We were told that it actually was not used by the previous owner at all or very often. So it's almost brand new. We have tons of storage, as you can see, all along here. Really great counter space. Like I mentioned, we have a lot of outlets. Here we have a pretty nice and neat faucet. Aside from, of course, the hot and cold. If you pull it out like this, then you're able to clean around the sink if you need to. So that was a pretty cool and nice feature, and that snaps back into place. Again, something that I didn't know, well, something that I've never had before in an apartment was a garbage disposal. So this house has that as well. And then we have a installed microwave above our range. Everything in the kitchen is electric, so nothing operates off of gas. So we have a stainless steel microwave here. Also has the vent installed in there, so when we're cooking, we can turn the vent on and it sucks that air up, shoots it outside. And then if you get in a little bit closer, you can see our high-tech, again, relatively new oven and range top.
It's fancy, y'all. It's all
So
digital.
we have digital.
Touch stuff.
It's very sensitive as well,
It's
which
very
I learned
sensitive.
yesterday
And I
by
was trying to
touching
clean it.
things, cleaning it. But we have our different zones for even heat, keeping warm. There's one back here, ultra heat, and then one for larger pots. Of course, you want to be really careful because you will never know if this is on or, well, this will tell you if it's on or not. But I'm sure at a touch, you should see some sort of change in color. But it is also very easy for you to burn yourself. So you just want to make sure that we're careful. This is what the inside of here looks like. Again, I've been told that the previous owner really only used this for doing things such as warming up pizza and things like that. So this is a fairly new oven. And what was really great is that everything matches up. The previous owner actually worked at a home improvement store, so he was able to make sure that everything in here was top of the line and also matched. So everything, as you can see, has the KitchenAid branding on it, which is really cool that everything is seamless and works together. So now let's take a look at the basement really quickly before we can get back up to the second level. So if you follow me around this way, it's our back door. And then to the left, we have the exit to take us to where our car is parked, where our one assigned spot is. And if we go down to the right, then that's where the basement is. Basement space. So this is the entire length and width of the home. So it's pretty large. And down here, let me close the door just so that I don't disturb anyone. So as you can see here, we have a couple of windows, well, 3 to be exact. We also have a washer and dryer here. This came with the house. We do intend on upgrading these in the future, but for the time being, we do plan to sterilize these and clean them before we use them. Never heard of this brand before either, so we're really hoping that it holds up well, washing clothes, and as well as for the dryer. Although, Whirlpool is a brand that we are familiar with, this is a pretty dated dryer, so we're hoping that it's gonna do things such as heat evenly and dry our clothes efficiently and properly. Then if we come over here, we can see that the previous owner had a workbench space. We do intend on gutting all of this out, installing some sheetrock to make it all unison with everything else in the room, and painting that white so that it matches. But then we can also see that there are some paints that they left behind.
Which is nice of them.
And that can be used for touching up things like upstairs or anything like that, the relative paint colors, but that won't probably apply to us because we're actually about to give the space a refresh. And then behind here, we have a nice closet, which is pretty deep. I'm actually going to use my phone so that it doesn't really do much, but at least you can see again how deep this is. So it is the entire, the stairs that we just came down. This is under here, and we have all of this space, which is great for storage. We might in the future just put some soundproofing there or something, some cushion, so that if we decide to bring our dining room space down here for when we're entertaining large groups or something where we're not making too much noise with the neighbors. But as you can see, this is a really great space for what it is right now, and a lot of storage down here. So now let's head back upstairs so that I can show you the bedrooms. I'm just sanitizing my hands because I don't think we mentioned it before, but that basement or the stairs to the basement is common area for our unit and for the unit next to ours, so that is shared. So that's why I just wanted to make sure that I'm using some hand sanitizer, because if they were going up and down that rail, I just want to make sure that my hands are clean. So then, now we have this little light switch here, which turns on the light to go up this set of stairs to the second floor. So come on up, nothing fancy here. So as soon as when we get up to the second floor, you'll notice that there isn't much of a hallway. This is really it that we have here. But we do have some pretty good space on the inside. So first door on the left is the bathroom. So when you come into the bathroom, the light switch is actually outside, which is a little weird, but you can deal with it. It's a nice color. We actually liked everything about this bathroom. So we have a nice pedestal here pretty large, able to hold our soap and different things like that. We actually liked the backsplash color as well as the wall color. Everything that the previous owner did, we actually really liked in this space. We have space for any medicine or anything like that in here. A nice white finish on our mirror. Nice lights for the overhead. So nothing there. Excuse some of the cleaning materials that you might see. We're actually cleaning in here yesterday. See that the decor that they have, very minimal and nice, which is what we like. And they have some just scent pod things in here. Again, nice oval shape toilet. I know that most people are just like, it's a toilet, who cares? But believe it or not, I was reading someplace that oval shaped toilets are actually better than round toilets for your bottom. So to have this in our house without actually having to replace it, for me is a really big thing. So I'm actually gonna have you come in because we're gonna close the door so I can show you the closet in here. So although it is a small space, when you close in this door to the bathroom, we actually have a pretty decent size closet, pantry, linen closet.
They left us toilet paper.
So they left us some toilet paper, which was very kind because in these Rona times, sometimes that can be very difficult to get. They also left us 2 little scent things for the bathroom. And then as you can see, they also have installed a few shelves to make things a lot easier if you want to put your linens on here. And then they've also installed some clear acrylic because these little metal grates, things can fall through. So that was also really nice for when putting things on there, at least on these 2 shelves, that nothing will fall through there. The others are currently, just there. And then we have space on the bottom for if we wanted to just discreetly put away things like the toilet bowl cleaner and a plunger, anything like that would go in that space. And then here we have a spot to hang our towels. We have a installed toilet roll dispenser. And again, pay no attention to that stuff that you see on the floor we're cleaning. And then I actually really love this shower head. Although Akiva and I really wanted a rainfall shower head, this one comes pretty close. And as you can see, the backsplash, or the tiling rather, that has been added to the bathtub is consistent with the tiles that are behind the sink. So again, rough whatever, we still have a bit of cleaning to do in here. Although I cleaned it yesterday, I'm probably going to give it another clean to get in between the grout there. And then we also have these sliding doors, so we actually will not need curtains for this bathroom. And I just wanted to show you the window that is also in the bathroom. So when you're taking a shower, although we don't have a vent, which we also may be installing, we'll have a window. We have a window here that we can open and let some of that steam out so that in here doesn't get too muggy and musty. And then we also have some blinds up there that will going to be replaced at some point. So that is the bathroom. So now we are back in our itty bitty hallway. And I'm going to show you the second bedroom, or the guest bedroom. So again, pay no attention to the things that you see now, because this is going to be changed. Unfortunately, the light in here needs a new light bulb. It needs to be fixed. So it might be a little bit dark, so I apologize in advance. But as you can see, pretty decent sized room. Pay no attention to the color that's in here because it's actually going to be getting painted or primed today. We have a nice large window here that gets some really great natural light. So if I were to open this up, that will actually probably help lighten up in here a little bit more. We have somewhat of a view of the entrance of the complex through this window, and our neighbors, we can see the back of their homes, which I mentioned before that we have cars and spots. So our spot is a few cars down, which we can see from this window, which is nice. We can also see that from the kitchen, our car if it was parked here. And then the last thing in this room is a pretty decent sized closet. So as you might see in some of your homes, these type of sliding doors that are on the tracks up here. We also have that in here. The previous owner also had some really great tools to help with space. So he had, you know, some baskets in here to help hold whatever it is. We were told that this was his office space before. Oh, yeah, sorry, there is a light in the closet, so at least that one is working. So we do have some shelves up here. We have some place for us to hold clothes. If guests come over, they can hang things up. Again, not really much space because he has installed these, you know, things for holding stuff. So if we wanted guests to be able to hang things, we'd have to take all of this out, but that's not a problem at all. But that is pretty much this room. Nothing fancy, just a nice big open space. But you'll see the transformation shortly.
You guys will be seeing a lot of this room. This is actually going to be the office space primarily when guests are not here. So this is going to be the room for most of our filming and business related activities going forward, and where I'll be spending most of my time because now I'll be working from home a lot more.
And then the last room up here is the master bedroom. So this light, this room, the light actually is working. So a really nice feature that Akibra liked in this house was that the rooms in the master bedroom have recessed lighting. And they also have that downstairs in the living room space, which you might have noticed. So this room, another feature that she liked was that this room has dimmers installed into, you know, the light panels, which was really cool. I'm one for smart lights where you can kind of get this feature without this whole setup, but it was cool that it's there already. We also have that on the lights downstairs, which I forgot to mention in the living room, not in the kitchen. And then another great feature of this room, the previous owner also had installed the same dimmer switch here, because I'm assuming his bed was here. So when he was in bed, instead of having to get up to turn off the light over there, he would just be able to dim or, you know, make it bright or just turn it off if he wanted to. So as you probably saw when you came in, we have 2 windows in here, which again, this house gets a lot of natural light, which is beautiful. We have a few outlets around the room. This is our heat, where that will be coming from, which you might have saw in all of the other rooms. And like I said, a lot of nice outlets. This color is also gonna go, so you're gonna see a complete refresh of this entire house. And then as the last thing in this room, we have a closet. So again, the closets in this house have light switches. This closet is a bit deeper than the other closet that we saw. So it's not a walk-in closet, but I'm honestly inclined to call it that, because with clothes hanging here, I still feel that you can actually get into the closet and the door closed behind you and be able to search for your things. So we have some racks up here, which is great for storing shoes or any equipment that we would like to store. We're actually going to be making some major changes to this closet to suit our lifestyle and what we want. We want, you know, modern, clean lines, no clutter. So we're going to try and take advantage of the space that we have and make it work for us. So as you can see, even though it's the lights, even though the sun is setting and it's going down, and here it looks pretty bright, and the colors on the wall also help to accentuate that. But for the moment, we love the space. We are going to be making a few changes in here, but not much, nothing structural. And for the most part, that is our house. We love it. It's the perfect amount of space for us. As you guys know, we're planning on getting married in a few months. So this is the perfect home for us. It's not anything that's too large or anything that's too small. It still has the space for us to live. If guests come over, that they can stay and be comfortable. We still have a nice space on the first level and a basement for storage and other, you know, storage compartments throughout the house. So it's really great for us, and that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any suggestions on maybe things that we can add to the space to make it, you know, more functional, adding more storage or anything like that, anything that you can recommend, we'd love to hear it. We were actually planning on buying certain things furniture-wise around Black Friday time, but we've been reading that actually might be canceled this year. So we'll see how things go and how it works. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when we post new content. See you in the next one. Bye.